Welcome to my friends in Diaspora, where the borders are real and so is the bond. I am your host, Bassey, Ep.1. I am Nigerian by blood, immigrant by journey. Some days it'll be me and the guest, and some other days it'll be just me, you, and the truth. Alright, here we go. I am from Calabar, Cross River State in Nigeria, from the Efik speaking tribe. Most of you might know us by our hospitality and our cuisine. Example, afang and edikangekong. And if you haven't tried afang, please do so. In 2017, I was a housemate in the Big Brother Naija reality TV show, and that gave me the platform to find myself. For those of you who have auditioned for Big Brother Naija, you know say the audition no be beans, no be chice, no be tata. Hello. I'm going to give you guys a gist about my audition and experience in the Big Brother Naija house. This is where we'll start. So, in 2017, I was part of a stage production called Heartbeat the Musical. Before then, I was an ardent fan and a very, very big lover of the Big Brother Africa franchise, and I had always hoped and prayed to be part of that show. So when the opportunity arose, it was only natural for me to try my luck. If you have gone for Big Brother Naija audition, you know that it is a crowd. In fact, it is so big that if you get there at 5 a.m., you're already too late. Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. At the time, I was living with my friend in Victoria Island, but I had my best friend who lived in Bagada on the mainland, where the audition would be happening. Now, the day before, I went to Yaba Market. Yaba Market is one of the biggest markets on the mainland of Lagos. It is where you can buy any and everything, including fashion. And I thought to myself, I'm a fine boy now. I have muscle. I mean, I wasn't this buff then, but I still had some good muscle, some good texture and some good grit. So I bought a pair of skinny jeans and a pair of tight shirts, something to show the muscles and expose the guns. If you have shopped in Yaba before, you know you cannot test it. You cannot test the cloth. You have to buy it by blind faith or blind trust. And the moment you buy those outfits and leave that store, you cannot return it. There is no return policy in Nigeria. Hello. Whatever you buy, payment is final. I took the outfits and I went to my friend's house in Bagada on the mainland so I could be closer to the venue. Hopefully I would wake up at 3 a.m. I'll get there at 4 a.m. and I'll be at least one of the first 100 people to be auditioned. But my people, everything that should have gone wrong went wrong. The morning came. It was 3 a.m. and I got up. I had arranged everything. I don't press everything. The shirt fine. I had starched up the shirt. Oh my God, the pants were good. I ironed everything. And when I tried the outfit on, it didn't fit. It was too small. I mean, the shirt quite fit, but the pants did not fit. So what did I do? I was left with one option: to wear a traditional outfit that only exposed my face and my feet. So all the muscles I had planned to show off didn't work. It didn't happen. No, not on that day. At this point, all I had was my mind and hopefully my presence. I got to Ikeja, where the venue actually is, at 5 a.m. And guess what number I was? I was number 890 at 5 a.m. in the morning. 890. This means that there were Nigerians who had flown in from outside the country and of course within the country and had lodged in the same hotel where the audition was going to happen. And of course there were other people who lived around that area, so it was easy for them to commute earlier than I could. But at 5 a.m., my people, I was number 890. In addition to the fact that I'm now wearing a full traditional outfit that only exposes my face and my feet, no muscles included. I was also highly intimidated because at the time I got there, I saw people who were more buff, people who were more handsome, people who perhaps were even more confident in themselves than I was. So I was a bit afraid. In fact, I was highly afraid. I'm not going to lie to you. Big Brother Naija auditions, it will humble you. If you think you're a fine boy, you think you're a fine girl, you think you have swag and charisma, go for Big Brother Naija audition. You will see people who have swagger, who have charismatism, and even who are sexier than you. There is always someone better. And so the audition started. Remember, I got there at 5 a.m. I got into the audition room at 3 p.m. So at this point, I was hungry. I was tired. I was even hangry, some would say. But it didn't stop there. I got into the room and we started the process. The first process was quite easy for me because it was pretty much a simple question and answer section. And if you answered correctly, you would advance to the next level. And if you didn't answer correctly, you would be dropped. Nicely enough, my brain worked and I answered the questions correctly. And so I advanced to the next level. At the next level, it was all about physicality. It was all about what do you bring to the table? What candy do you bring to the table? And at that point, I had lost hope. We were, I believe, 5 of us in the room and they only had to pick 2. I didn't make it. The judge in the room picked the first 2 people satisfactorily. In fact, when he picked them, I was like, yeah, you're probably right. They're better off. So the judge says, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. This is the end of the process for you. We can only pick 2. I was hungry. I was tired. And at this point, I have just failed the audition at stage 2. Oh my God. The first 2 people left the room. As I was walking towards the door to leave that room, the phone rang. It was the judge's phone, and then he picked it up. In the course of that conversation, I heard him say, can we send 3 people instead of 2? What if we have 3 people that qualify? And that was the nick of time when the judge then called me back. I literally had my hand on the door handle. I was about to leave. The judge called me back. I think I can send you in too, so 3 of you can qualify to go to the next level. And that was when I first got the glow and beam of life to my face. I was so excited and I knew I couldn't give up at this time. So I went on to the stage 3. At stage 3, fortunately for me, the other 2 people who were picked were dropped and I became the only one that was picked from my stage. So what did it teach me? The Big Brother Naija auditions for me taught me that whatever is yours will always find its way to you. All you have to do is be still, be patient, know what you want, and go with that flow. For those of you who have been to Big Brother Naija auditions, you know the game doesn't start on screen. It actually starts during the audition process. It was a game of patience. It took about 2 or 3 weeks before I got a call back. But within those 2 or 3 weeks, I thought I had lost it all. I had no number to call or follow up. There was no one I could speak to know if I made it or if I even made the cut. My people, I fasted and prayed. Big Brother Naija will do that to you. Until one golden morning, my phone rang and it was a strange number, right? I picked it up. Is this Bassey? I said, yeah, this is Bassey speaking. Oh, congratulations. We just want to let you know that you've been selected to be a housemate in the Big Brother Naija Season 2 C Gobe. What? I don't think that person finished the statement. My phone flang. Flang? Flang alang. I didn't even wait for that call to end. My phone was in the air. I was screaming in my house. I was shouting. I was jumping and dancing. And trust me, later that night, I partied like it was 1989. I had so much joy in my heart. Not just that I got a call back, but I made it into the Big Brother Naija house. This would be the beginning of a journey that would lead me into different areas of expertise and into different platforms in life. So the Big Brother Naija Season 2 started and I got into the house. In the house, I saw different people with different temperaments, different features, and with different gifts. My personal task was to see how can I work and collaborate with these people to make my star shine. Hopefully, I would win. Well, as you may know, I did not win the cash because there can only be one winner. But I won. I felt like a winner. I was in the Big Brother Naija house for 8 solid weeks. And within those 8 weeks, I had learned a lot about myself. I had learned perseverance. I had learned strategy. I had learned relationship and friendship. I had also learned to be self-sufficient and be a self-starter. But more importantly, I had learned that I was enough. I was enough. So after 8 weeks in the Big Brother Naija house, I was evicted. And when I was evicted, the journey began. From the airport in South Africa until Nigeria, I just kept seeing people who would say hi to me, people who would come up to me to take pictures, people who would come and tell me they identify with the kind of person I am. They like all the things I did or said in the Big Brother Naija house. So I really felt like a winner. And since then, I have always felt like a winner. I'm not going to lie to you. Big Brother Naija opened a huge door for me. My followers across social media platforms skyrocketed. I became a voice that people would listen to. I became a person that people recognized, but more importantly, I had bigger opportunities to express my creativity, to create good works of art and things of beauty. And that, my people, is my Big Brother Naija story. In 2018, I met my wife and we started speaking, albeit long distance. And in 2019, we decided that I will be moving to America. And right now in 2025, I am reaching you with love from Dallas, Texas. So the journey continued. It was a 24-hour flight from Nigeria to Michigan, United States. I had a layover in Dubai and then I got a connecting flight to Michigan, which was my port of entry. And there I was greeted by my first culture shock, which is winter. There is no way as an immigrant who have never been to America that you can prepare for winter. You can never prepare for winter. Not as an immigrant. Lie. I mean, given I did my homework, I did my research, I checked, I need to buy some big sweaters, I need to buy some big cardigans, and I did. In fact, I wore one of them on my trip down to Michigan because I was expecting snow. But I tell you, the winter that I was expecting was different from the winter that I met. The winter I met, I'm sure it was colder than Game of Thrones, especially when it is your first time in a different country. My people say, travel and see. The winter was brutal. I started feeling the cold from my fingers. All of a sudden, I couldn't feel my face. My lips started crusting. My lip began to crust. I mean, in Nigeria, we're used to Hamatan. Hamatan is the coldest, or maybe if you go up to Jos, you might get some cool weather, but it's not as cold as winter. That was when I knew I have landed America. I was grateful, but I couldn't wait to get home. It's snowing. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I need to make a snow angel. I don't know how I look because I just woke up, but man, this is a sight to see. No wonder could catch me. My nose they freeze. I say wetin dey happen? I freeze how they sleep. I see that cow just zooming around. Okay, let's go play.
Your first time walking in the snow. Does it feel weird?
Yeah, it's weird. I feel
Crunchy.
like Santa Claus already.
I'll meet you in the car.
On our way home, I decided to stop by McDonald's. And I thought, you know what? This would probably be the best time to try McDonald's as my welcome to America snack. And then my second culture shock came. The size of food in America. When they brought out my burger, you see my hand? The burger full my hand. This is how thick the burger was. I was coming from Nigeria where you had finger food, small chops as we call it. But when I got to America, the burger was so thick, it was intimidating. Basic burger. What? Food in America is big. It's like the food itself works out and grows muscle. And so we got home that day. The next day, we went to buy food stuff. Walmart is a big chain store here in America, and you can buy any and everything from food to clothing to electronics. You can buy anything in Walmart. So I got to Walmart, and one of the things I wanted to buy was milk. And here was my third culture shock. In Nigeria, all we know is speak milk, or maybe cowbell if you're feeling a bit adventurous. In America, there are different categories and different types of milk. There is almond milk, there is goat milk, there is 2% lactose milk, there is, which other kind of milk? Zero fat, yeah? So I was like, you know what? Okay, give me the almond milk. At least back home I eat some almond nuts. It should be nice. As you know, everything is big. 1 liter of almond milk, here that they call a gallon, was so cheap. There's different kinds of everything. So you actually need to know what you want before you go to the groceries. Otherwise, you will be confused as to what to buy. And then that brings me to another culture shock, coffee. Till today, I don't drink coffee because it's not in my culture, but I do drink hot chocolate, aka Milo. Hello. Everything in America is centered around coffee. You want to have a meeting? Yeah, let's have a coffee meeting. You want to see someone? Yeah, bring some coffee. You go out? Yes, bring coffee as a gift. Anywhere you go is coffee, coffee, coffee. Coffee in America, I believe, would be likened to Zobo in Nigeria. Or you could just say maybe pure water. Yeah. Pure water. Coffee in America is like pure water in Nigeria. Oh, another culture shock I experienced was greeting someone well done in America. In Nigeria, well done means good job. Well done means, hey, I see you. Have a good day or kudos. You know what I mean? But in America, well done actually means well done, which means that food you are cooking, make it done well. I didn't know. I greeted someone, well done. He turned and looked at me like, Shay, this one at JJC. I turned and looked at my wife like, well, what did I do? She's like, no, well done actually means you want food to be well done. And we're not in a food setting right now. So that form of greeting or expression is not for this scenario. I was like, oh, so well done in America actually means a totally different thing. I learned on that day. My next culture shock was credit score. Let me explain it this way. After your name, the next important information in America is your credit score. No matter how much you have in physical cash, if you don't have a good enough credit score, you are not going to be doing business. And I mean that in all areas of transaction and commerce. We went to get an apartment. It was a beautiful, lovely apartment. After touring the apartment, it was time to pay. She asked, what is your credit score? Me as a JJC, I literally just got here yesterday. I have no credit score. But what I have is cash. Cash did not do. No. No matter how much you have, even if you have $10 million in your account, if you have a low credit score, you're going to be spending more of that cash. But if you have a credit score, a good credit score of say like 650 to 700, you stand a chance of paying less. So for my koro eye like this in front of my eyes, another man came in. He was probably owing like 7 credit cards, but he had a good credit score. That man got the apartment. Yeah, credit score is king. If you're coming to America as an immigrant, you need to have a strategy to build your credit score. Cash is prince. Credit score is the king. When I got to America, I was depressed. I'm not going to lie. I was highly depressed. For the first 6 months, I didn't know what to do. Here I was, this fresh boy who had just left the Big Brother Naija house. I had some incredible work opportunities. My career was going nicely. I was making good money. I was living in Lekki. I had a car. I had some good things going for me. And all of a sudden, I upped and I moved to America, where I had no identity. I had no purpose. Or some would say I even had nobody. And on top of that, I couldn't work because I was waiting for my employment authorization. So within those 6 months, I cried, I prayed, I worked out. Thank God for the gym. I was just watching movies, listening to my old songs, just thinking about my life in Nigeria and all the things I have left behind. Can I do it? Will I make it? Man. It was crazy. For 6 months, I was depressed. I had identity crisis. I didn't know what to do with my life. I wasn't even sure if I was going to stay in America for as long as 1 year. And yes, I was married and I love my wife. Trust me, I do. But I didn't have my family with me. I didn't have my usual friends with me. I couldn't go to Farm City to eat fish at night. I couldn't go to Bay Lounge. I had to start all over. Starting all over is hard, especially when you have a thriving career in your country. But America is the land of opportunity, they say. So here I am to take mine. So after 6 months, I got my employment authorization and then I was able to work. And that helped me interact, create a community, get my hands to do something new, something different. And I'll be sharing that with you guys in subsequent episodes. I have laughed, I have cried, I have learned, I have failed, I have been broke, I have been broken. And I've also picked up some lessons in life's quiet corners. Because trust me, life is quiet. So this is my story. So this podcast is about people who have navigated life and have found home away from home. If you're one of such people who invent and reinvent yourself, maybe you've crossed oceans too. Maybe you've crossed mindsets. Maybe you're raising a child in a land your parents never dreamed of. I would like to hear your story. I would like to share your story. This show is for you. Your story, your voice is important. Home is more than a place. It's the people who remember you when you forget yourself. Before we round up, I need to tell you my Wahala of the week. Wahala in Nigerian pidgin means trouble. It also might mean excitement of the week. So the excitement of this week is Vietnamese red pepper. This week, I had the opportunity to celebrate with a Vietnamese family. And in their backyard, they have a little garden where they grow this little red firecracker. This small red pepper is my Wahala of the week. This pepper hails from Vietnam. I told them that Nigerian pepper is the spiciest in the whole of Africa. So they gave me some of their Vietnamese red pepper to try. This is how it went.
All right.
Girl, I just got you cheering.
So we have a new challenge here.
Shut up. Okay, we have to connect.
Okay. I was advised to take one of these and pair it with one of the goat meats. That sounds like a good recipe. So let's see.
Oh,
Oh,
everybody's quiet. That's concerning.
They're worried about what's the.
There you go.
Okay, give him something, a shot or something.
no, I'm good.
Pineapple.
Ah,
The enzymes will coat your tongue.
holy moly. That went up.
You
Up my nose.
You really bit the pepper though.
He ate the whole
a
thing.
whole one.
That's crazy.
But you get used to it. It grows on you too.
Don't say white people do shit. Okay.
We don't get that crazy.
It grows on you, you know?
No, it's good.
Oh, this is spicy.
Nigerian spices are crazy spicy. But
How is this? But this is.
Yeah, it's
you got some Asian spice that we're
Yeah.
like, oh hell.
yeah.
That's a different level.
You guys have like a browny,
Jamaican-
earthy spice.
Yeah, we have like
yeah.
earthy spice, but it's not like
want some milk?
that
Yeah.
spicy.
Those are slow building spots.
Right, that's what we have.
You gonna be okay?
Some of
Oh.
You gonna make it?
Yeah,
Good.
I will. Yeah.
Bye bye.
You know, here.
Yeah.
really spicy, right?
But if we don't like say
My nose is leaking.
we will be
Okay, who's gonna do it?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm more afraid that you're gonna have number 3.
But dry.
What's number 3? A vomit? Ah.
No, number 3 comes from your booty.
Ah.
See, this is where it's getting friendly. We're getting friendly.
Do not try this at home.
Yes, my nose was leaking. Thank you very much for staying with me to the end of this episode. I hope you got the vision and understood the purpose behind this podcast. I look forward to seeing you in subsequent episodes. This is about how culture survives, evolves, and thrives in the diaspora. But first, before I let you go, we need to raise up a glass. This is a cup of a popular bitters in Nigeria. It is the thing that keeps me grounded to my culture. The taste of this bitters reminds me of home. So let's raise a glass to my friends in diaspora. Cheers. Oh yeah. I feel at home. Welcome guys to my friends in welcome everyone to my friends in diaspora. Welcome guys to my friends in diaspora. Some days it'll be just me. Some days it'll be me, you. Thank you for joining us today. So for this episode, the wahala of the week is please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can be notified when we post new episodes.